Hey guys, Ryan here, and welcome back to the Card Table, the show where we're looking at trading card game stuff. Because I'm horrible at naming things. Anyways, this is Gear Chronicle month, because the new clan boost for Gear Chronicle just came out, and I cannot be more hyped. It's been my main clan since day one of this game. Well, since it was announced in Japan anyways. And yeah, there's like so many new builds, so many new ways to play it, so what I want to do this month is try to post one deck a week, one of the new builds, and we'll just lead up to one big conclusion in the middle of next month, where I've actually got my invite to the next ARG Nationals in Orlando, so I can't wait. It's going to be great. Going to be playing Gear, just a question of what version. So anyways, that's enough of that. Let's get started. Today we're actually going to be doing kind of a straightforward build. There's not too many cards out for it yet because it just got announced, but it is the Zodiac Time Beast. So that's how let's get started. Starting off with our starter as Chrono Tiger. Tigger. He's Tigger the Magical Tiger. And his skill, he's not too important. I mean, you literally just have there's Zodiac Beast, which you'll see for later. But if you're binding stuff, if you're getting rid of their stuff, you could get one of you guys back from the binds with more power. So it's kind of nice, but you do want to keep some of your stuff bound. Let's move on to the main deck. Starting off with 3 SP Chrono Fang Tigers, because I'm an SP whore. His ability, well, his on-ride, you could basically just put something back in. They do get a guy out of it, so it's like Caliburn. But it does go gray -2, so target anything that's gray 1 or less, and they aren't getting anything back out of that. More important one, though, is his GB2 skill. Once you get to his Generation Break, you can stride by binding any card from your hand. This is super great because it means you don't need to run fodder. It means that you don't need to be as conservative about your grade 3s and stuff. And that it will definitely help out the strategy of having bound Time Beast. So that is awesome. He's a great synergy for deck. What's other grade 3s? You got 3 Jets. I've only got 2 trial decks so far. My friends gave me some other ones, so I'll have more signed ones later. But he's next Chrono Jet. Awesome new iteration avatar. His got a skill where if you stride him with the Time Beast or Dragon, which basically is the good majority of strides in Gear Chronicle, then you have the ability to call one card from your hand and then time loop something. It's a great synergy. Actually lets you build a board off of nothing, which is always good. And his Generation Break is basically just a powerhouse. It's for every 2 cards face up your stride zone, so every time you destride whatever, he gets +5 for every 2 cards. And then all your Time Beasts will also get +1. So that's great for finisher. Like, if you go to the next stage, he could swing for massive potentially. Depends how early your G-Guard, depends on all your combos, but he has massive potential to be a great finisher. And the plus to all your Time Beasts and Rear Guard is also great, because that does also add up. Some good cards to touch with them later in the next set, but for now there's not too much. So like I said, this is a pretty straightforward powerhouse build at the moment. We also have 2 Chrono Tiger G. And the reason I use this over there one is I use a Time Beast. But yeah, it's whatever. His skill's kind of cool. It just gives you a little bit of synergy. That's Vanguard or Rear Guard, which makes him a great Rear Guard target. And basically Soul Blast 1, choose one of your other Rear Guards and bind it. At the end of the battle that attacks Vanguard, you could send something that's the same column as him back in the deck. And, well, you have 1 card bound, so great to help you bind cards, and also sends more cards back in, so some good cheap control. Nice card has a Rear Guard effect. I like it. Moving on past the grade 3s, we get to the more, unfortunately, boring part of the deck. Like I said, right now, Time Beast is literally just beat stick, so there's not too much you can do with it. But doing some testing, the beat stick does work. So start off, we got 3 Buffalo. It's your 11k attacker if you got Time Beast as your grade 3 or higher, so as soon as you hit your grade 3 turn, he's good. Serpent is just your standard 10k beater. Unfortunately, I don't have too many targets right now, but I guess it works against some defensive decks like Aqua Force and Nova Grappler and stuff like that. Always good. Got some support in a lovely new cat girl, Steam Maiden, Shakusa. She's a Fang support card, so she triggers when your Vanguard's a Fang. And basically, when she comes out, you could bind one of your other dudes, and then she becomes a 12k booster until end turn. So not only does she get a power buff, not only does she let you buy more stuff, but she's also a booster, so you can place her in rear guard and boost something else if you really want to. Don't know why, because she's a grade 2, but it's good. Nice to have a 12k boost whenever you need it. And final grade 2 kind of goes with my next grade 1 in terms of being flex spot, but this is Teammate Mover. You might saw in my last deck. Basically, if he happens to be bound, then you could Soul Blast 1 and call him back to rear guard as a 11k attacker. That is not generation skill, so it does cure off early game with Fang and stuff. And yeah, just with the new strategy of this deck of binding everything, it's a great synergistic card. Whatever you call. In addition to that, he also has a on-hit time leap, which when you do that, you have to actually bind him, soul charge. So it gives him his cost back. It's on hit, so it's more pressure attacking. And that binds 2 units when you do that time leap, so great synergy. Like him. Like I said, it's a bit of a flex spot. I might try something else out, like the Clock Fencer Dragon, the guy that when you call bind a dude, but like I said, flex spot. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any suggestions on this, because it's very much a 1.0 deck. Okay, with my grade 1s, we get 2 Parallel Dragons. Kind of goes along with Moodard that if he's in the bind zone, you can call him back out. His cost is just resting a dude, so just rest one of your useful boosters or whatever. What up? Comes back from the bind zone, and he comes out as a limit attacker, so pretty cool if he has to soul attack. A couple more time beasts. He's kind of the same thing as a Buffalo, just 11k attacker if you're a grade 3 or higher Zodiac. We have the 8k, which I chose him over the Unicorn because, while the 8k is kind of vanilla, once again, good defense early game, and actually if you start adding up your numbers, it does make sense. So let's say that you get one of these dudes out, and let's just go, we'll say Buffalo for a chance. Alright, so he's 11k, 11-8 is 19 obviously. So let's say that you have 4 cards face up for your Chronojet G, because the turn 1 stride to the next age, that's pretty standard play. All of a sudden, you're going to get +2 on each of these guys, so 19, 20, 21. Hits a good number. Does the same thing on the 9Ks, but makes it more of a 20, so you have to work a little bit higher for it. But yeah, it just creates a little bit of a boost to make it matter when you have to go to your Chronojet turns. That's why I chose him. Alright, moving on. Probably one of my favorite cards in the deck. One of my favorite new grade 1s. Love his art, love his quotes, the go 3 time space thing. And yeah, he's a really cool card. Nanaya is really, really good with the whole bind strategy, because every time anything gets bound for any reason, he gets +4. This works defensively against stuff like Narukami. This works with like all your bind dudes, whatever. And yeah, you just make massive columns with him. That's all there is to it. Powerhouse. Finishing off 1s, we got 2 perfect shields. I'm only running 2 of the normal perfects because I am running a couple of the quintet walls. I have 1 SP anymore. But, quintet's standard, guard with top 5, whatever. But she has a cool skill that when you guard with her, when you put her in the drop zone, you can target one of your cards in drop zone and bind it. So like one of your time beasts or one of your bind targets. And then shuffle 2 cards and you drop them back to the deck. So like if you hit a trigger with those, or you need a key card back in the deck, you shuffle them back in. Basically, so you kind of do a mini Legion on their turn. And the cool thing is you don't have to actually quintet with it. She just has to be placed on guard circle. So like if you could already guard attack, it's like, alright, guard, that's fine, skill, what up, bind, shuffle cards back in the deck. Really cool card. I might take it down to 1, but I'd like that too here. Finishing the main deck off, we got triggers. Special crits, we are running 2 kitty cats and 1 TikTok. TikToks for Chronojet, you all know him, you love him, +5 to soul, all that fun stuff. He's kind of the same thing, but he triggers when he gets bound for Chronofang. I'm doing 2 in 1 because he should be on Fang more than on Jet. But, once again, kind of playing around with that, we might see what it goes. Rest of the triggers are Zodiac Beasts. Got 4 crits, 1 SP, which makes me happy because the Rapus actually is my Zodiac. 4 heals, obviously. Can't have a deck without him. Then I'm doing 2 draws and 3 stands. No foil stand, yeah. But basically I chose because stands are kind of a little prominent in Gear Chronicle right now with your combo attacks and everything. And you don't want to draw too much because you're striding a lot, you're getting a lot of drive checks, and you'll easily deck after that more. So I feel like 2 or 3 is a good mix. With the last card being honorable mentions. Chrono Drain! Drain's basically in here because we're trying to get as many Zodiac pieces as we can. As many different named Zodiacs as we can. And if you do manage to time leap him for any reason, he gets you Chrono Jet. So, limited consistency, gets you a grade 3. And yeah, just makes things happen. He's cool. Chrono Drain is awesome. Boop. This main deck, we'll move on to strats real quick. Beginning, this is our Chrono Jet engine. You know you love it. Got Phoenix, 2 next stage, blah blah blah. I would run more, but once again, Chrono Jet is not the main focus. He's kind of a backup grade 3 in here, so I don't want to overextend. But if you don't know combos by now, this is basically your first turn strat. You flip anything with it, so whatever. And just time leap a dude. Create combos. That's what he does, he creates pressure. And of course, this is everyone's favorite restanding Vanguard, that he boops out, goes right back into your Chrono Jet at stand. So you're restanding with Chrono Jet. And like I kind of stressed before, with his new skill, he gets lots of power instead of the Guard District. I don't know if I want to say I like it better, but it's a good option because with G-Guards and all that stuff, the Guard District doesn't matter as much anymore. So it's good to add as much power as possible. So that's why I like that. Restless Drudge, of course, Chrono Fang deck, so we're going to be running his engine as well. We got 4 Rebellions. SP. He's a cool dude. Normal skill for every 2 cards bound, which I don't know how many times I've mentioned binding strategy in here, but for every 2 things bound, he gets +5, so massive swing by himself. And in addition to that, he also has a cool skill where you could bind 1 from your hand and 1 from the field, so that's already a +5 on him. And when you do that, it unlocks a 4th drive check and a crit. So base, if you have like nothing bound for no reason, activate skill, swings 36 double with quad drive. This scares the crap out of their opponents, because unless they have perfect guards, they're going to be eating up a lot of damage with that. It's really cool. 4th drive checks, great. I know Dimensional Police can do that as well. And the other Fang card is, well, he can be used for anything, but kind of goes along with that thing. Is a good friend Timebound Dragon. Once again, I need 1 more SP because I'm horrible. Timebound skill in a nutshell. Combine any number of cards that you want, paying the cost, of course. And for every card in your bind zone, you can spin one of your cards back to deck. So you're gonna you should only have to ever like bind maybe 1 card, because, like I said, you're gonna have a lot of stuff that saves permabounds. It'll be very easy to field wipe this, which is why you have 2 turns to field wipe. In addition to that, he gets +10 to crit. Once again, 36 double, same thing as Rebellion. This deck basically just swings hard and eats away at perfect shields. It eats away at all the guard power, so that nothing that you do late game will matter. And finally, well, not finally, G-Guards, real quick. I actually only have 3 in here because spacing issues. I'd love to fit 4th. Let fit Wakey work in here, but unfortunately there is only room for 3 with the way I have it currently built. But we got 2 of her. 31k guard, shoves the trigger and non-trigger back to deck. Pretty standard, great card in toolbox. And 1 Rafana, she's a 36 guard and sends a card back in to call it a trigger. Once again, manipulating fields, kind of what Gear Chronicle does. And it's just, they good. There's no bad G-Guard for Gear Chronicle. Pandora Chimera is great if I could fit it. If I had more Chrono Jet focus, I would run Hydro Dragon. And even the new ones in the show that just came out today look pretty cool. So, Gear Chronicle has a lot of cool options. I just like these. And finally, we got the Fang's first turn track. The Jet has the first turn. We got Aragos. Realistically, you can use 1 near player, but he's an on-hit effect, so great first turn pressure attacker. And on hit, you can bind top card of your deck. Then take 1 card in your hand, bind it, add that card back to your hand. So basically, as bind control, it sets up whatever you need to have in your bind zone for combos or whatever. And it's an on-hit attacker, so on-hit effects are always great first turn pressure attacks, because it makes them, once again, bait out all their shield for turns they don't need it. So you can double cram the face with something like a Time Bind or a Command Leader. There's that. And the creme de la creme is the retardedness known as Demiurgus. I wouldn't say he's a win con necessarily, but he has a really interesting skill. Basically, this whole game where you're setting up everything, buying all your time beasts, he activates his effect by returning 12 bound time beasts back to your drop zone. So should be all your setup. He'll be like your last turn strat or whatever. And once you do that, you're able to take 12 cards in your drop zone, stack them on top of your deck, and then give some guard strike ability as well. So once again, Garter Strike, which general theme that you're seeing with this. And yeah, it's my game's a card. It's the only way I can say that without going to like a full video on him, which I might later. But you could triple trigger. You could like literally set one trigger, something for your next drive turn, and perfect shield. There is a lot of things you can do with to mess with the opponent. There's a couple things to counter him, and there's very reliant on the whole deck to be set up around him. Once again, I'll do it in a video on that later. But long version short, Demiurge is hilarious, and he sets up so many mind games. Anyways, that is the Time Beast deck, version 1.0 of who knows how many versions I'm going to build. I'm really excited for this deck because I do like the concept of the Time Beast. I've always liked Zodiac themed stuff, and this is just a really fun card to play around that, once again, I'll do a video later on exactly why this is balanced in this stupid card. Anyways, Rayon, sign out. You guys expect another video to come out next week on another Gear Chronicle deck. I know I've got Legion, Chronos Commands, Jet, Gear Groovy, Gear Colossus. There's like so many different builds to run. I just can't wait to talk about them all. Anyways, this is the beginning of Gear Chronicle month here on the card table. This is Rayon, sign out. Later.